Manhattan, 1624. Long before the skyline rose, this island was a wild, muddy frontier known as New Amsterdam. Through the power of advanced 3D reconstruction and AI colorization, we have resurrected this lost Dutch village. Walk with me down these unpaved streets and touch the rough wooden walls of the first fort. Pieced together from rare 17th century maps and diaries, this experience lets you step back in time to witness the raw, humble birth of New York City. This rare Diac 032 engraving transports viewers back to 17th century New Amsterdam to identify the Dutch roots of modern New York. The detailed backdrop features iconic windmills and Fort Amsterdam setting the scene of a budding maritime settlement. However, the colony faced the immense challenge of proving its economic viability and taming a wild new land to survive. The artwork illustrates the commercial answer through tobacco and agriculture, as a merchant proudly displays tobacco leaves, known as brown gold, while a woman offers produce. Crucially, the background reveals enslaved laborers carrying goods, which exposes the harsh human cost utilized to build this early American prosperity. This artwork captures the legendary 1626 meeting between Peter Minuit and the Lenape people to illustrate the founding moment of New York. The Dutch settlers faced the critical challenge of securing legal rights to Manhattan Island to establish a permanent trading hub in the New World. Minuit presented a solution by offering a chest of tools and cloth worth 60 guilders to the indigenous leaders. While history remembers this as a simple real estate transaction, this event was actually a complex cultural misunderstanding about land usage that officially marked the beginning of colonial New Amsterdam. This detailed engraving portrays the bustling fur trade that served as the economic lifeblood of early New Amsterdam. The Dutch settlers found themselves in resource-rich land but needed a cooperative partner to access the valuable beaver pelts required for European markets to justify the colony's existence. The solution depicted here is the establishment of a strategic barter system where indigenous Lenape exchanged furs for manufactured goods like metal tools. The scene captures a pivotal moment of cultural transformation as a Lenape man gazes into a mirror for the first time, symbolizing how European technology forever altered the indigenous way of life, while cementing the colony's survival. Established in 1630, the coat of arms of New Netherland created a symbolic legacy that influenced New York's official seal, highlighting the Dutch colony's pivotal role in 17th century global commerce. Central to this emblem is the beaver, a deliberate choice representing the fur trade's dominance in the region's early economy. Highly valued beaver pelts drove crucial commercial exchanges between indigenous populations and Dutch settlers, spurring the area's development. This imagery immortalizes the natural resources and economic interactions that defined New Netherland, serving as a lasting reminder of the region's origins rooted deeply in the lucrative trade of its natural bounty. At the dawn of 1635, the southern tip of Manhattan revealed a strategic star-shaped earthen stronghold, Fort Amsterdam. Dominating the skyline, a solitary windmill stands guard, while towering Dutch merchant ships anchor heavily nearby. In contrast, indigenous Lenape navigate the waters in humble dugout canoes, highlighting a sharp collision of civilizations. More than just a military outpost, this fortified hub functioned as the vibrant nervous system for the lucrative fur trade and the West India Company's ambitions. Consequently, this modest settlement became the seed of a global metropolis. Situated right along the busy 1642 waterfront, a massive stone edifice boldly dominates Pearl Street. Its Dutch-stepped gables stand in sharp contrast to the surrounding small wooden cottages. This image captures the distinct architecture of New Amsterdam's first public hotel. It serves as a visual narrative that conveys the evolving nature of lodging and hospitality in the early American colonies. Through this lens, viewers gain insight into the social and vibrant cultural dynamics of the period, offering a unique perspective on daily colonial life and the beginnings of the hospitality industry in what would eventually become New York City. A snowy 1644 scene depicts a man announcing the construction of Wall Street in the mid-17th century by nailing a notice to a tree. While initially ordered to contain livestock, the barrier evolved. Erected in 1653, the wall became a defensive measure against potential threats, primarily aimed at protecting Dutch New Amsterdam from English invasions. Wall Street's transformation from a mere Dutch fortification to the epicenter of global finance encapsulates the dynamic evolution of New York City. This historical pivot laid the groundwork for New York City's metamorphosis into a global financial powerhouse, illustrating the city's enduring adaptability and strategic foresight. This is Coenties Slip, a busy inlet on the 1645 East River shoreline, affectionately named after the local couple Coenraad and Antje ten Eyck. This harbour lies near the imposing city tavern. Small vessels and canoes crowd the water here, unloading produce and furs for the colony. It operated as a critical commercial lung where diverse merchants exchanged goods daily. The slip represents the true commercial of New York City. From these humble, muddy banks, a global maritime empire slowly emerged. It remains a historic symbol of the city's relentless economic ambition and its very deep cultural roots. Inside a typical 1648 New Amsterdam home, a warm hearth anchors the scene. A father relaxes with a long clay pipe, while the mother busily knits nearby. Children play games on the floor, embodying the Dutch ideal of gezelligheid, or cozy domestic order. However, danger remains. A musket hangs prominently above the fireplace, a silent reminder that this peaceful family life exists on a wild frontier. This domestic sphere was the woman's domain where culture flourished. These households planted the seeds of enduring American traditions like cookies and Sinterklaas, blending European comfort with the rugged reality of colonial survival. In 1653, a rugged wooden barrier slices across Manhattan Island, stretching from the East River to the Hudson. A solitary guard patrols the trench, marking the northern edge of the city. This is the Wall, a defensive palisade ordered by Director Stuyvesant to protect the colony during the First Anglo-Dutch War. It functioned as a strict boundary, controlling movement through locked gates, while citizens and slaves labored to build it. The structure represents the first organized city planning effort in New York. Though the timber is long gone, its footprint remains forever etched as the world-famous financial corridor, Wall Street. In 1659, the Herengracht cut through the city center, flanked by brick houses with Dutch stepped gables. This narrow canal, lined with protective wooden sheeting, mirrors the waterways of Amsterdam. Small boats glide along the shallow water, transporting goods from harbor ships directly to local markets. Above them, residents gather on the fish bridge to trade seafood and share news, making this area a vibrant social hub for the colony's elite. This man-made waterway represents the peak of Dutch urban planning in America. Though later filled to become Broad Street, its wide footprint permanently shaped the modern financial district. This 1661 map, known as the Duke's Plan, precisely outlines the structured reality of New Amsterdam. The star-shaped Fort Amsterdam anchors the southern tip, while the Herengracht Canal slices through the center. To the north, a distinct wall creates a sharp boundary against the wilderness. Created secretly for the Duke of York, this document served as critical military intelligence for the impending English invasion. It reveals a highly organized city with defined plots and lush gardens. This cartographic legacy preserves the final footprint of Dutch rule. Remarkably, this specific grid laid the permanent foundation for the modern financial district. Anxious citizens gather on the cobbled streets of September 1664 New Amsterdam. Sturdy brick homes and leaded glass windows frame a tense crowd awaiting their inevitable fate. These are not soldiers but worried burghers, frantically debating the sudden arrival of hostile English warships. While Director Stuyvesant urges war, these families choose survival, pushing for a peaceful surrender to protect their homes and lives. This pivotal moment marks the end of Dutch rule and the birth of New York. The English flag would soon rise, yet the resilient Dutch spirit remained, permanently embedding tolerance and trade into the city's future. Atop the ramparts of Fort Amsterdam, Peter Stuyvesant stands boldly defiant against the looming English fleet. His silver wooden leg plants firmly beside a loaded cannon, while a gunner waits with a smoking match. Two desperate citizens plead with him, physically restraining his arm to prevent a suicidal counterattack. This tense standoff illustrates the crushing weight of leadership during the 1664 invasion. Stuyvesant yearned to fight for Dutch honor, yet his people chose survival over useless bloodshed. His reluctant decision to stand down spared the city from ruin, marking the peaceful transition of power that birthed modern New York. Under the looming walls of Fort Amsterdam, a tense diplomatic spectacle unfolds in September 1664. English redcoats stand in disciplined rows opposite vibrant Dutch troops, marking a decisive shift in power. At the center, Director Peter Stuyvesant, leaning on his silver-banded wooden leg, grimly surrenders authority. Above the harbor, the British Union Jack ascends, replacing the Dutch West India Company flag. This historic scene represents not a bloody conquest, but a negotiated transition. It signaled the end of New Netherland and the birth of New York, blending Dutch tolerance with English law to forge a unique and enduring urban identity. These glimpses of the past remind us that the Dutch spirit of enterprise and tolerance still echoes through every street of Manhattan today. Where should our time machine land next? Do you want to see New York evolve under British rule, or explore the birth of another colonial? Vote for your choice in the comments below. Thank you for joining this journey. See you in the next era.